Hello and welcome. You've joined Anita from Yoga on the Road. Today's practice is really about creating space in the front of the chest, opening through the shoulder blades. So it's a real shoulder focus session. The props that you will need to support that today are a long strap. And if you don't have a specific yoga strap, then a long belt or some sort of sash will be perfect. And also a yoga block. Again, as you probably are aware, we can substitute these props out with just things that you've got around your house. So if you don't have the block, maybe a hard-covered book. Okay, so let's start by taking your strap, gripping your hands around the strap so that your hands are generously wider than your shoulders, just to create space. And you can adapt the hands as you move through. So let's start moving with our breath to create some mobility in the shoulders. Stretch or extend your hands away from each other. And then as you inhale, start to slowly lift your arms up above your head. And then draw the arms. I'll just move side on. Draw your arms back behind your shoulder line, just to a comfortable point. Here you might notice that your shoulder blades draw together. Your chest and your heart area become way more expansive and open. And then exhale, lower all the way back down. So we'll just move through 3 with breath. As you inhale, start to lift your arms up. Take them just back beyond the shoulder line where it's comfortable for you, to the point where you really feel your shoulder blades draw together and you feel a nice, hopefully comfortable opening in the front of the chest. And then as you exhale, slowly lower the hands back down. Let's move through 1 more. As you inhale, arms and hands move up towards the ceiling. Take them just beyond the shoulder line. Breathe a nice, deep, full, rich breath into the front of your body. And then as you exhale, slowly lower back to the ground. Keeping your hands in the same or a similar position, we're just going to add a little more movement to that now. So as you breathe in, lift your left hand all the way up towards the ceiling, and your right hand is out at right angles. And then you're going to circle around the back beyond the shoulders. So now your left hand comes down and your right hand is above your head. So it's this circular motion, almost like rowing a boat. So we're slowly moving just beyond the line of the shoulders and then switching the grip. Keep the action super slow. We're not trying to race through this. We're just allowing ourselves time to notice, to recognize, to feel. You can let other parts of your body move in with this. And then the tricky part is, for me sometimes, taking it in the opposite direction. So just allow your shoulder mobility now to move in the opposite direction. Keeping it slow, try not to knock yourself out with the edge of your strap. And then slowly start to release that. Give your hands a little shake, give your shoulders a little shrug. We'll just move through a very quick arm flow before we come down to the ground. Okay. As you inhale, press the backs of your hands into your lap so that your palms are facing up. As you exhale, interlace your fingers, press your palms away from you. Really round through the shoulders here. Chin tucks in slightly towards the collarbone. On your next inhale, lift and extend your arms all the way up to the ceiling. And then as you exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Press and extend the palms away from you. Let's move through that a couple of times. As you inhale, palms face up. As you exhale, interlace the hands, press the palms away, round through the spine. As you inhale, lift and extend the palms up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, interlace the hands behind your back and then comfortably extend your arms at whatever point that is for you. Okay, we're moving through that a couple of times. Inhale, palms face up. This time, exhale, try and interlace the fingers in the non-habitual way for you. Press and extend the palms away, round through the spine. Breathe in, press the fingertips up, the palm up and away from you. And then as you exhale, interlace, again the non-habitual way, press the palms away from you. Move through 2 more with your breath. As you finish that cycle, we're now going to come down to our forearms. So grab your block here. I'll show you the grip before I come down. So your thumb and your forefinger will frame the block with the block on the ground. So with the block on the ground, thumb and forefinger frame the block. Bring your elbows down towards the ground. You're resting on your forearms. And place the elbows so that they're just below the line of your shoulders, and then roll over the skin of your forearms to create space in the shoulder blades. So that feeling of rolling is elbows are pressing down into the ground, and then have a feeling of drawing the elbows away from one another. Really grasp the block here. We're just going to move through some forward and backward motion. So as you breathe in, rock the shoulders forward towards the wrists. Come as low as is comfortable for you. And then as you breathe out, keep pressing into the forearms, keep pressing into the block. Extend through your arms and start to lower your chest and your head to or towards the floor. Breathe in. Float your body forward, head moves towards the block. Feel the strength in your shoulders here. Grip the mat to help support that. And as you exhale, gently move the body back. Trying to create an openness in the chest here. Move through 3 more. Breathe in. Everything active. Grip through the fingertips to help support the shoulders. As you breathe out, roll back. Move through 2 more. This is a lovely option here. It takes a lot of the strain out of the wrists when I ask you to come into cat-cow. So if you do or are prone to wrist issues, then this is a wonderful substitute for being on all hands and knees. Right, come back to a place of neutrality, and that will be where your elbows are still positioned under your shoulders. You still have a hand grip around the blocks. And then if you haven't already, tuck your toes under. We're coming into a modified variation of a downward dog. This is called Dolphin pose. So with your elbows pressed firmly into the ground, with your forearms pressing into the ground, your fingertips are gripping the mat. Tuck your toes under and then start to shift the sit bones up towards the ceiling. And then the degree to which you extend your legs will be governed by you and your comfort. So meet yourself where you need to. This is really quite strong in the shoulders and it may take some work in and out of. So really listen to your body through this practice. If this is too much for your shoulders at any stage, then bring the big toes together, take the knees apart, let your head relax, or even shift the body weight back forward. So we're going to move through that a couple of times. That is your option to rest until you're ready to join us again. So in this downward dog shape, again, we're moving the shoulders forwards and backwards. So as you inhale here, have a feeling of the shoulders moving forward so that the head moves closer towards the block. Grip the mat. The more you grip the mat, the more you support your shoulders. As you exhale, start to push the chest back towards the thigh. Let the head be relaxed. As you inhale here, move forward, keep gripping the mat to support your shoulders. They are probably burning by now. As you breathe out, shift the weight back. Move through 2 more if that's in your practice this morning. Otherwise, really listen to your body and meet yourself where you need to. When you're ready, lower your knees to the ground. Bring your big toes together. Relax your forehead towards the ground and let your arms rest or drape over your legs. Let your fingers or your palms press up towards the ceiling. Sometimes a really nice way to rest here is just to rest the back of your palms on the sacrum or lower part of your spine. Notice your breath as it moves in and out of you. Notice what feels alive in your shoulders right now or in your upper arms. And take 4 or so breaths here. And then when you're ready, come to seated. So I thought as an add-on to that, what might be a really nice experience also is for you to feel a full downward dog now and feel the difference between where we've just been in dolphin pose and how dog pose differs for you. And you might be able to discern for yourself now which one feels more comfortable in your shoulders. So in the setup for downward facing dog, position your knees so that they're just below your hips. Position your hands so they're just in front of the line of the shoulders. And again, take your hands or your fingers wide. Grip the mat with your fingers. Tuck your toes under. Press down firmly into the hands and start to lift your sit bones up towards the ceiling as you draw your chest back towards the thighs. Notice the shoulders here. And then I'm just going to move you through a couple of repositioning of the hands to see how that changes the shoulders for you. So if you're still comfortable here, work with me. Take your hands and then dial them out slightly, just at a 10 or a 20-degree angle, and then settle back in. Notice if that changed or opened or created any more space in the shoulders for you. So press the fingers back towards the top of the mat, watching closely the shoulder action. And then as you exhale or as you move with breath, dial your hands out a little. So your fingers are now pointing more towards the sides of the mat. Did you notice a shift in your shoulders? And then another option here is if your hands are resting right on the edge of your mat, then grip the mat. So really create a fist around the mat and then have a feeling of spreading the mat apart as though you were trying to rip it right down the center. Two more breaths here. If you're still moving with me, you can release the grip of the mat. Position your hands as wide as the mat. And then we'll move through some gentle flow to keep that mobility in your shoulders happening. As you inhale, come to plank position. Remember, plank can look like a modified variation with the knees to the ground. And then as you exhale, push back to downward facing dog or a child's pose if that's more comfortable to you. Move through whatever flow you need to. This is just to support your shoulders. So if it's just rocking forwards and backwards in this tabletop position, or if it's looking more like a downward dog to a plank position. Two more. Wherever you're at, let's all meet in a plank, modified, knees to the ground. We're lowering the chest towards the ground. So hug your arms in alongside you, bend your elbows, lower your thighs, your hips, your navel and your chest to the ground. Press your feet firmly into the mat. Press the inner seams of your feet together so the legs are super active and engaged. And then inhale, lift and open and expand through your chest. This might be enough for you, or you can press the back of your hands down into the mat. Keep lifting and opening through the front of the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. We've done enough work today to really have created some space and openness in the shoulders. So if this is for you, you could also interlace your hands and then press and extend the hands away from you so that the chest is nice and open. Feel all the muscles that are switched on to support you. Feel your breath in you. Don't judge it. It's a gauge of what you've done this morning and how you've worked. One more breath. And then release the hands if you had the hands interlaced. Draw the forearms forward and rest them one on top of the other. Let your head rest to one side. Add any movement that you need to support you. And this is a nice way to finish the practice if you have a few moments here just to rest. Just to acknowledge where you've just moved your body. Just to feel into your body. Again, take as long as you need here. Thank you for joining me. My name's Anita from Yoga on the Road.